Summer's winding down. Are you ready for the girl?
Long sleeve.
Yeah,
chilly.
It's real chilly. You ready for the girls to go back?
Yes, and I'm ready to go back with my oldest Friday to Arizona. Drop her off in Tucson over the weekend. 99, 98, and 100. I'm like,
look at you.
Bring it on, baby.
You fly down, or are we driving?
We are flying. Luckily, my dad has got some good friends in Tucson that we ship boxes to. And
you said ship, correct?
Ship.
Okay.
Boxes to. So fly down and move her into this luxurious apartment complex, apparently.
Is it the one? Because I had a friend, college friend. His kid was looking at going there. He's decided to shout out Gavin Proffenroth. If you want to go up and watch Skagit Valley Community College, right? Skagit Valley, JUCO. He'll play baseball, right field, relief pitcher. Gavin Proffenroth. Keep a name out there. Yeah. He looked at Arizona. Is it the one that's got it looks like a hotel? It's got like a pool.
Yes. It's got a golf simulator.
Workout room and a golf simulator. Yep, that's the one he was looking at.
Are you kidding me? And I should have looked maybe closer because my daughter keeps telling me it's cheaper than on-campus apartments. I'm like, how is this cheaper?
Yet I don't understand that.
On campus, but she says it is. And there's a shuttle like every half hour that takes them to and from campus.
How far is it away from campus?
It is about like a 10-minute maybe shuttle ride, maybe less than that. So I mean, it's a healthy walk. You could do it.
Yeah. Not in that heat.
Yeah, you're right. Not in that heat. And they were excited because they didn't know which unit they got, but they one of the roommates has moved in and they got the back of their place is right next to the pool, so they're very close to the
bottom
pool.
floor.
Bottom floor.
No.
Did you get bottom floor or top?
I did middle.
Second floor.
Second floor is not bad. Not bad, but you want bottom. That's just the easy right to the pool. Hey, do they do it? Can adults, people who aren't going to school there, can we find out if they can live there?
Oh, hey, is it all students or can anybody live there? Oh, it is all students.
No, so we can't go there.
No.
When's Dad's?
We can visit.
When's Dad's weekend? By the way, I'll make
sure. Yeah.
I'll make sure to block that out.
It's October. I'll get the dates for us. Yeah, we can go and visit, I guess, but
I'd like
use the simulator.
Yeah.
Swim a little bit afterwards. Maybe get in the hot tub, loosen up,
loosen up, simulator,
and then simulate.
Some tacos and
cold plunge. Get some tacos.
They have a cold plunge.
I'm just saying the pool. Pool's probably what 90 degrees, right?
Yeah, at least
bathwater.
Yeah,
they got it tough. Those guys got it tough. So that's what I've got doing Friday. So I'm excited about that.
God, it'd be nice to go to college right now. You got that. You've got AI that writes all your papers.
It's great, isn't it?
Hey, AI, write the history of the Ottoman Empire.
Exactly. Oh, and the kids say I got it so easy. I was talking to the youngest one today. She got a paycheck. She's a lifeguard, and it was like $1,100, and she's just flush with cash. She's like, "What should I do?" I'm like, put it in some fund or something. Anyway, we're talking, and I said, she's like, "How come you guys didn't, invest or do things when you were my age?" I'm like, dude, I was babysitting for $2 an hour.
Get any money? That's why.
They would come back and hand me a $5 bill. That was my shift. Not like $20 an hour. You
Kraft mac and cheese, they fed you.
And
that was the.
And I had to make myself. Oh yeah. It's a little different, hon. Kids these days. Hey, how long? We done a good job. How long can we not talk about the offense for the Mariners?
Well, we can get into it. We can delay and get right back into this. I'd like to introduce everyone to the Brad Adam show from Root Sports, proudly brought to you by John Howie Steak. Entertain your next clients, family, maybe friends at John Howie Steak and have the best dining experience in the city. Visit johnhowiesteak.com. You can find Brad on Twitter. He does a 90-minute Q&A after every Root Sports post-game show at Real Brad Adam.
And I answer truthfully. I answer
lengthy.
He does. Very truthful. Any questions?
Want to hear what he thinks about the Moose? Go to Real Brad Adam there on Twitter as we talk to him every Tuesday from the Puck Sports Studios built by Limbeck Lumber. I don't know. It's the same story.
I know.
It just doesn't change.
No,
That game this week, the first game against the Dodgers, is just rinse and repeat.
Exactly, and it had the same feel, right? You knew that Wu was going to go 6 or 7 innings, and then the game would turn over to the bullpen, and Garcia blows it again. And looking at some numbers we had last night post game, it's just remarkable what the staff continues to do pitching wise. 20 quality starts since the All-Star break. They're 9-11 in those games, including they've scored fewer than 3 runs on all 6 losses on this trip. They have struck out. They struck out 12 times last night. So double digits now, 79 games already, which is by far the most in baseball. Boston's second with 66. So they strike out 10 or more times, Puck, 63% of their games. So it's like, it's just not sustainable. And then I look deeper into the strikeout numbers, Puck, and the season record for strikeouts set last year, double-digit strikeout games, 87. Right, they've got 79 right now. I think they'll blow past that. And then I looked at the top 5. They're all, you throw out 2020 because that was the COVID 60-game year. The last 5 years, that's the last 5. I'm not explaining this correctly. The 5 highest totals, those are all within the last 5 years. 19, 21, 22, 23, and now 24. These last 5 years, they're just resetting the team record for the Mariners. Double-digit strikeouts. And they'll set the record this year. It's just the same. And they try to address it, right? They get rid of the guys that strike out, and they bring in hopefully guys that don't strike out, but they strike out. And the guys that they bring in produce, for that first week where everything feels good. It's the honeymoon phase, and now, Turner's under 200. Rosarena hasn't got a hit. I think he got a hit this trip. Robles has slowed down. Dylan Moore has to play every day. He's under 200 now. He's not that everyday guy. It's a hard watch right now. And these guys, I even mentioned Garver and his struggles, but these guys a lot of them are former All-Stars, Puck, and you get the lineup on paper and you're thinking, that's not a bad lineup. I just don't understand why they struggle so much to score. They should be so much better.
Well, I mean, this has been the debate, right? What is it? Is it the acquisition or is it the teaching? I mean, the front office is the one that hands these players over.
Right.
Okay. And then it's the coaching staff. But again, it's not like this is where people want to lay blame just at one person's feet here. It's not like Servais and his staff gets these players and goes, okay, thanks front office. We won't talk to you because now we're just going to do our own thing. They all are in collaboration with one another of what they want to do offensively.
Yes.
And so it's just not one person's fault. And the thing about it is I find it weird with some in this town that Jerry Dipoto in the front office gets all the credit for the pitching staff. But there's no credit that goes to Servais and his staff.
Right.
But when it comes to the offense, now it appears to be all the fault of Scott Servais. that I don't understand. And the hitting coach, that I don't understand.
No, you're right. There's no separation. There's no difference.
They're the same.
Right. But they've done such a much better job, obviously, of developing and finding and drafting and getting pitchers as opposed to hitters. I mean, they just have not figured out either identify them through trades or free agency or try to develop them.
But that's an organizational thing, right? I mean, that's not Scott Servais. No. I mean, they have had success. I mean, Cal's been a success.
Cal and Julio, sure.
Julio's been a success. I think you and I can both agree, and I'm going to give him credit for this. I think Kyle Lewis was going to be a success.
If not for the injury, after the knee, I agree.
Yeah, you can't plan for that. The guy had a horrific knee injury that it changed him forever.
Right.
And never was the same. Now, maybe you could say, well, you still don't know with 100% certainty if he would have been an offensive talent. And that's true. I just, in my bones, feel he was on his way to being that, and that injury just derailed him, and he never was the same. But, there's other examples of guys that just haven't developed. Evan White, didn't develop, and they gave him money, and it just was a disaster. And I do throw in Kelnick in there because they acquired him so young.
Yes.
And
he was so high on him, and he was going to be the future. He and Julio were going to be, 10-time All-Stars here, and it didn't work out, obviously. It's the frustrating part is that, again, with this rotation and how long you can keep all of these guys together. If they miss out now, obviously this team can go on a streak, right? They can begin to hit. We saw it Sunday against the Mets with 12 runs. We saw it Sunday against Pittsburgh with 10 runs. I mean, it's not like they're going to, I hope they don't hit like this the rest of the season. I mean, they are 5 games out. But you look at this in context, Puck. They swept the Mets on top of the world, right? Sunday night baseball, it was great. We're talking about pet monkeys and Julio's back.
Everybody is on cloud 9 about the baseball team.
Cal, couple homers. It's like, all right, we're tied for first.
Here we
Let's
go.
Get on this road trip, but we got momentum. We got Detroit. They're terrible. Pittsburgh's lost 10 straight. They're terrible. Dodgers going to be tough. We know that, but let's go, right? And then lay an egg, and then lay an egg last night. They are now 5 games back. They were tied less than a week ago. Now they're 5 games back at Houston, 6.5 in the wild card. Houston has won 11-12. The only loss was at home to the White Sox, one game. So, it's obviously going to go through Houston again. You've got 3 more games with them end of September. You hope that those still mean something because they played Houston very well this year. Just need 1 win to get the season series against them. But it's just, whenever they have a game, even Sunday in Pittsburgh, now they threw nobody against them and they hit them all their, back end guys, whatever, but still 10 runs, everybody gets a hit. You're feeling great. And then they get, 2 hits last night. That Gavin Stone, fine pitcher, but he had a career high in strikeouts in the 4th inning.
In the third.
Come on.
But he tied it, but that's what
tied it in the third.
He tied it in the third inning.
Right. It's like, where's the mojo? Where's the momentum? What do we do? It's like, it's hard to kind of wrap your head around these guys who are good hitters. I mean, a lot of former All-Stars in the lineup, right? And just all of them at one, a couple slump, you get it. But then it's like, maybe when JP gets back in September, he can give them something and they can feed off that. And Julio gets back to 100%. There's certainly still time. But it's dwindling.
Well, it always seems like these streaks, though, when you get on like a hot streak, it's got to be based on offense.
Right.
Like the offense is the one that carries you on these big winning streaks. And I don't know how anyone can be confident that they can do it. I mean, pitching wise, but I mean, offensively, they just have shown no consistency whatsoever this season. None at all. And I mean, that's a great stat. The last 5 years, they just keep setting new highs. I mean, that's on everyone. I would love to know what their organizational philosophy is on hitting and what is it?
Control the zone.
How is it taught at Modesto
Dominate the zone.
and then to Arkansas, to Everett, to Arkansas, to Tacoma? Mm-hmm. Is it the same? And then they get here and you're right. They acquire these guys and just most part they come here and they struggle. Although not all of them. I mean, someone had texted me or emailed me saying, Dipoto is in the front office is terrible at identifying offensive talent, right? And they need to go. Well, just to defend him for a quick second, I would say, well, Suarez was good. They identified him. Now that was the funny thing is, but that was the throw-in though. That was the throw-in for Winker, who they missed on, and they missed on Colton Wong, but they got Suarez, so they saw something in him. Maybe they didn't realize it.
Right.
Teoscar, they identified Teoscar. You'd take Teoscar Hernandez back in a second, wouldn't you?
Yep, 26 and 93 with the Mariners. That would fit in pretty well here. A lot of strikeouts I get, but it's just been a struggle, and it to hit here, it for whatever we've talked a lot about the different reasons to hit here, and guys just struggle when they get here, especially the free agents. So you're not going to get a free agent guy this offseason. And you look at the offense now, Puck, and
get anybody.
The only place really to upgrade next year, without any trades, which I think they're going to have to make this offseason. But
Sure.
everybody's back except Turner at first. I can't imagine he's going to come back.
Well, your outfield is your outfield is set.
Sure. Your shortstop is set. I would guess they would have Polanco back, Rojas back at third, although you could upgrade there. You got Cal back.
Yeah,
you got Garver back.
Yeah.
So first base is where you're looking to maybe you can upgrade and bring in somebody big.
Okay, I'm upgrading at third. I am not giving
Do you
Polanco.
keep Rojas or do you not?
No. I mean, I just whatever. I mean, Polanco. Polanco's got to have his option picked up. No way.
Okay.
No way I'm picking that up.
So your third
Not
is
a
open,
chance.
second is open, and now your first base is open. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
I mean, that's what you want. That's if the best case scenario. I mean,
yeah.
I'll be honest. I mean, they won't do it, but I'd eat Garver's deal. They won't do it.
Probably not.
But third base, second,
catcher?
first. Yeah.
Your DH kind of rotates, or
God, and then they got Haniger. There's
I know.
You just love Stanton. Hey, Mitch, why don't you come up to the suite?
Can I get you a plate? Are you hungry?
Can I get you some that player option, huh? I mean,
what were the Giants thinking, huh? Oh, that's a good one.
How do we hey Mitch, just be frank with you.
Right?
How do we get out of it?
What?
So, but you're committed to him, and
but these are going to be trades, right? I mean, if you're to bring in like real bats, I don't think anybody will sign here. You know, they can't see, they can't hit.
Especially
when you got documented.
When you got Teoscar Hernandez at the All-Star break.
Right. Saying, whew, never felt good there.
Yeah.
Never hit there. Everybody knows it.
Don't like the backdrop. The something's wrong with home plate, and second,
Can't
it's
see.
skewed.
So now you're thinking trades with teams, for real bats. So then you're going to give up real prospects, or you're going to give up a pitcher. That's kind of where they are, I guess, right? And I'm okay with them giving up a pitcher for next year.
I think Luis Castillo will be traded. I'm convinced Castillo will be traded in the offseason.
For his money and age and everything.
Money, age, to someone who could use just a frontline starter like him.
Right.
Prospects, yeah. Dodgers got prospects all over the place.
Dodgers, they do, and they just continue to have injuries in that rotation. They got 2 more out. They got six pitchers right now on the IL.
I guess the word is they run these guys into the ground in the minors or something. That they just
pitch them. Well,
yeah, Dodgers.
I don't know, but that's a team. The Yankees they wanted Castillo before the Mariners got him. That'd be one. The Orioles would be a perfect trading partner, right?
Yeah.
They need a starting pitcher pretty desperately, and they've got more prospects than anybody. So I don't know. Keep an eye on that. But again, we're getting ahead of ourselves, right? With next year, this year you still want to, somehow get back in the West. I mean, Astros aren't going to win 11 of every 12 games like they are now, right?
No.
They're not going to do that. But will they fall apart? Probably not. Verlander's going to start Wednesday. Tucker's going to come back in September. First week is what I'm being told. So they get some reinforcements. So you got 36 games left, Puck, and the Mariners have got to win like 24, 25 of those. Right?
Yeah, we
25
did
and 11. Right?
Because I mean, I had to ask Jim Duquette on Monday, like, what does he think it takes to win? He says, 87.
Okay.
87 wins, he thinks. 87, 88 wins. So that's an unbelievable clip to play at.
Right, 25 and 11. That's going to be hard. I mean, they got to just start winning series. They got to start figuring things out, obviously, offensively. And it's not going to get easier. You got the Dodgers for 2, and then you come back with the Giants. What do you think Blake Snell's pitching Saturday? What do you think he's...
Oh, is he pitching against them?
Saturday. Afternoon game with the sun. You won't be able to see. What do you think he's...
Oh, he'll go
bringing up.
He'll go 11. He'll go max 6 innings though.
You know what? To be fair, he's gone like 7 innings, like his last 2 starts, I think. So
isn't that
maybe he figured out he's like
2 starts in his career?
Exactly. He's like, well, I can do this. I can go over 100. Look at this. I'm in the 7th. Wow.
Yeah, I think I didn't even know he was pitching against them. Yeah. He'll be
motivated.
Saturday
day game. Yes, he will. Because
he'll be
he
motivated.
wanted to be here, and the Mariners didn't want him.
Yeah, and he did a show recently. I want to say about a week ago. I was after his no-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
He basically just said he was critical of them. I'll find it. I gotta find it. He
wanted to be here and they didn't.
They never even called. And then he said something like it's just kind of par for the course with them.
True, but did they need pitching? No. I mean, Blake would be great, but they didn't need pitching.
Yeah, they didn't need him. I mean, as great as he would be, there's no need to get him.
Exactly. And I'm just excited to watch. I mean, Miller goes tonight. He's been fun to watch, but Brian Wu is like something else. If he can figure out, and it looked like, when Cal talked to him and said, you need to maybe take your between stuff a little more seriously and get a little stronger and figure things out. Because, I mean, his stuff is ridiculous. Like, I mean, we saw it last night. He dominates with fastballs, and that's just so hard to do. And the problem with Brian was that, his secondary stuff wasn't great. So the third time through was hard for him to get through a lineup with just fastballs. But now his stuff plays. We saw it again last night. I mean, just 2 hits allowed, right? The one mistake to Lux, who homered, but
you knew right when Lux hit it, right when Lux hit, I'm doing work, I'm looking down, watching the game. Right when he hit it,
it's 1-0. You figure you're done.
Just done. Think about that. You're done. And then he gets out. Garcia comes in, who's just been a train wreck.
Right.
And he gives the 2-run home run to Muncy, who hasn't played, since
3 months.
1930. Hits a 2-run home run, and then I turned it off.
Right.
I was like,
3 runs.
I'm not going to watch it. I just know what's going to happen.
Right. And, before it, it's still for the starters, though. It's still quality start after quality start. And before, they would win those. They lead the majors in quality starts. But now it's like, as we mentioned before, these, they're under 500 with quality start. They're not even winning with quality starts. I mean,
what is it? They've had 20 of them since the All-Star break, and they've lost 11.
Yep, 9 and 11.
Hey, home
quality
phone
starts.
Hey, is that a scammer?
That's the scammer. Yeah, I never answer that one. So
I love that you still have the home phone.
I've got the home phone.
Or that could be the Mariners right now. Hey, Brad, hey, come to the ballpark this week. Why don't you bring your things?
Can you bring your team issued computer?
Yeah, but you look at the free agent stuff, like free agent. Why? Okay, I mean, you're not in the market for a starting pitcher. And this is why I do believe that they will entertain a trade for Castillo, because the market for free agent pitchers is, there's not much out there. I mean, Scherzer, Verlander, these guys are 40 years old.
Right. Don't touch them.
Exactly. Juan Soto, they're not going to be in on Juan Soto. There's not a chance in hell that the Mariners are going to be in on Juan Soto.
That's going to be I bet that's 600. It's just going to be ridiculous. Yeah, Boris will figure things out, and it'll be 600.
Alonso's 29, Bregman's 30.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Well, that's one that
Bregman?
Maybe. I don't know what it would cost you. I mean, he's got it. He still kind of produces. He's a 250 guy, right?
Yeah.
Plays good D. I mean, he's upgrade over Rojas. I just don't know how much it would cost. And you're right, that might be too expensive, and maybe you wouldn't want an Astro here.
No, I don't know. I would want him.
Would they boo him, I wonder? If he played for the Mariners?
I don't think they would, Brad. I think they would. But the market is just not.
I know. I'd have to look, too, for first baseman. I don't know what's available. Second baseman.
I'll tell you right now. What do you want? You want first base? You want Paul Goldschmidt, 37. No. Nope. Alonso's 30. You're not going to afford him.
Not. Right.
Josh Bell, 32. Christian Walker's 33.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
These are all free agents next year?
Yeah. Carlos Santana, bring him back at 39.
No.
No, you don't want him?
No.
Second base?
You're going to have to trade.
Well, yeah.
Second base. They've had just such bad luck at second base.
They can't figure it out. They just they can't do it.
No.
Gleyber Torres, Brandon Drury for the Angels. He's 32 though.
No,
it's just it's.
Maybe you bring Polanco back. He's been better the second half.
Is it Lowe or Lau? I never can remember which one it is. Brandon, is it Lau? Is it Lowe or Lau?
I know it's Josh.
Josh Lau.
So maybe it's Lowe.
I can't remember which one is Lau and Lowe.
He's free agent.
No, but he's got a club option.
Okay.
At 10.5. And
Tampa
the Rays
Bay won't pay that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
no chance.
You always do a bunch of trades with them. So.
Yes, they do. And how do they work out? Not so well. Guess who's leading the American League in stolen bases?
Who?
Jose Caballero.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Come on.
Hitting 230 something, playing some good D, leading the league in stolen bases. But to be fair, Rayleigh's done a nice job for the Mariners.
Just hire, that's what they should do, honestly.
Ooh.
Is they should just mirror whatever the Rays do. But just
they're the best run organization. Absolutely.
Just be the Rays, but with a higher payroll. So what if they do? Listen, if they go down this road, they make the playoffs. We expect something to happen. I would assume something happens. I don't know, as an ownership group, how you can go and look and go 9. You've had 9 years, and there's one playoff appearance.
9.
9 or 10.
I think you're right. 9. You're right. One playoff. Right.
You've had 9 years. It's not good enough. We need to change. If they do change, I would just go to the Rays and just say, "Do you want to move your franchise to Seattle?" And we'll up your payroll.
Forget about building that new stadium in St. Pete that you're talking about.
We've got a brand new one here.
Come to T-Mobile.
In fact, if you want to play half your games in St. Pete, fine. Other half in Seattle.
We'll do that. And you think you can pitch in the that silly slanted slope dome thing you can pitch in? Wait till you pitch at T-Mobile Park.
But go whoever I don't know. Go hire their president. Who is their president?
They get rated all the time. It's funny. Houston has hired some guys from them. Boston has hired guys from them. But you're right. Everybody wants to be the Rays, and they just keep doing it year after year.
So they're Brian Auld is their president, also with Matthew Silverman. So I assume one's president of baseball operations, one is the president of the business side. So let's get Brian Auld. Let's get Matt Silverman. Bring them along. Or excuse me, I'm looking at the president, like the business side. Eric Neander. I'm sorry. Eric Neander is the president of baseball operations. Here's what you do. You go to Eric Neander and you go, "What do you want?"
Yeah, you do the same thing, but here's another $100 million in the payroll.
Yes. Now we
complain
about the payroll. It should be more, but we just say, "Come here. You get a payroll that at least it's at like 130, 140 million. You guys spend nothing. We'll give you more money. I want you to bring your entire philosophy to Seattle." That's what you do. And he's been September 8th, 2021. His 6th season.
As their president?
He's named president in 21, but his 6th season as the club's top-ranking baseball official. Just hire him. He's 18. Hold on. He has been there. He's only 40 years old. He kind of looks like Dipoto, too, which is crazy. 18th season with the Rays organization.
And he's 40?
And he's 40. He joined the Rays as a baseball operations intern in January of 2007, hired full-time in October of 2007, promoted to manager, baseball research and development in 2009, director of baseball operations in 2011, blah, blah, blah. And he's their one of 6 teams to reach the postseason each year from 19 to 2022. They win.
They're here next week. Maybe you can go and try to, maybe he's traveling. You talk to him, or you go in there Tampa and you're like, "Hey, hand out your business card and say, 'Hey, give this to Neander.' Here you go."
I guess I'm just looking for you want to, like you always hear, it's the Cardinals way, right?
Right.
And I think the Rays have a way of that they
Absolutely.
play.
Absolutely.
The Mariners, if I ask someone, what's the Mariners way? The first thing comes up, they strike out. Pitching. They have great pitching and they strike out. So
that is the Mariners way. So far.
Just find someone that can, if they would go in that direction, which, I don't know if they will do it. I mean, do you think if they does it, would they clean all of house or not?
That would be interesting to see how big of a disappointment this season would be to them. I mean, obviously the fans are going to be very disappointed, but maybe they think, "Hey, we took another step. We're another year closer to our guys in the minors coming up, a few tweaks to the lineup."
Sure.
Maybe they think that way.
You think you get to the 10th year? I'm with you. I certainly could see a scenario if they miss out on here, then them going, all right, wait a minute. We do still like the foundation of where we're
Right.
going. We'll
Great
give them
farm
a 10th
system,
year.
another season. Right.
Yeah.
Because we don't know, again, like payroll-wise and what they're able to do, like free agent-wise or even trade-wise. You know, I mean, this offseason they had to, you know, dump some salary, right? So they had to trade some guys they probably didn't want to, like we talked about with Gino, and kind of like they probably wanted to go. Marco, I mean, maybe they felt that he was able to go to. And, you know, shout out to Marco. He's going to have surgery on his left forearm, so he's done for the year. So hopefully he's going to be okay for next year. Great guy.
Awesome, dude.
But you know, maybe their hands are tied on a lot, so you just don't know. You know, when the fans are saying, "How come you don't do this or spend this or do that?" Well, maybe they just can't budget wise. So it's hard to know kind of what's going on
for sure
behind the scenes for them. So maybe this is a successful year. It was certainly up until this road trip, you know, and it can still be with 36 to go. But yeah, just finish strong, see what happens. They're 5 games out. You know, again, like I said, 3 games with the Stros.
Let me ask you this.
Always a chance, man.
Let me ask you this as we wrap up, okay? We're not going to talk. You and I aren't going to talk for a few weeks, all right? We'll be back.
What am I going to do?
I don't know. You're going to enjoy
what
play
are the
golf.
Viewers going to? Okay. Right.
September, when we come back and do this show Tuesday, September 3rd, they would have played 1, let's see, 2, 5, 8,
another tough
11.
Road trip, right?
They have played 12 games. Okay, they got 2 more against the Dodgers, a 3-gamer against the Giants, 3 games against the Rays, and then 3 against the Angels, and then on Labor Day against Oakland. When we reconvene on Tuesday, September 3rd,
which is first day of school, so I'll be in a great mood.
We don't go. I don't think we start till Wednesday.
We start Tuesday. I might be buzzed. It's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
Okay, so
is the deficit greater than 5, less than 5?
I think the Astros schedule is much tougher, so I'm going to say they win. You said 11 games or 12 games? They're going to win. They're going to win.
Just say is it greater or lesser?
I think it's going to be less.
Okay, less than 5.
I think so. I do.
I believe in you.
I appreciate it. You might be the only one.
Yeah,
and I appreciate it.
I love you, and I love your service to this fine program. I love your service nightly on Root Sports. It's for a couple of weeks. We'll be back September 3rd, Tuesday, September 3rd, okay?
Jeez. Okay.
I know you're going to miss me.
I am.
We're taking the van. We're driving to Glacier.
That's awesome.
Be a fun trip.
Yes. A couple of weeks?
Yeah, 10 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Family okay with that, or is this just you, or kids like this, or?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see when we're wrapping up. Day 9 of camping. Can we just go home, please?
On paper, it all looks good.
Oh,
right? But I know once you get out there in it,
I am the modern version of Clark W. Griswold.
Oh, I love it. Right?
Yeah, can't wait. Kids, look,
Wally
Big
World.
Ben.
Look at that.
Parliament. Can we not go on another hike, please? Can we not go see this, please? Can we just? I just want to play Fortnite.
Yeah. You gonna do a little rafting?
No, you know what? Glacier, it's gonna be freezing. Not even gonna be nice.
Really?
I'm not going to the rivers. It's gonna be like barely 60 there.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Fun. I'm going to go hiking and try to avoid grizzly bears. That's what I'm going to do. So.
Bring your mace, bear mace.
Got it all right,
brother.
All right, there he is, Brad Adam, Root Sports. It's brought to you by John Howie Steak. Entertain your next clients, family, and friends at johnhowiesteak.com. Follow Brad on Twitter at RealBradAdam. 90-minute Q&A after the postgame show nightly. You can find all these wonderful show on YouTube. Listen to it, Apple, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts, and, of course, pucksports.com. We'll see you in a few weeks. Thanks, Brad.
Yeah, you bet. See you, buddy. Be good.